Is it more tragic when you have a choice in your demise? From ancient Greek stories, Shakespeare, and surprise surprise, Ari Aster's Hereditary, the consensus seems to be that a lack of choice is more tragic. In fact, in the film, during one of Peter's classroom lessons, we subtly hear about this philosophical question.
Okay, interesting. So he thinks he has control. But let's all remember, Sophocles wrote the oracle so that it was unconditional, meaning Heracles never had any choice, right? So does that make it more tragic or less tragic than if he has a choice?
I feel this is what you can call the intellectual backdrop of the film. On repeated viewings, I began to think, do these characters have any choice of getting out of the situation, or does this demonic spirit of payment flow through their blood, their genes? In other words, is their fate hereditary? Hello everybody, my name is MRIDUL, and one of my favorite types of stories are tragedies, which are basically stories that end with the main character suffering. We've gotten a bunch of great ones in cinema: Barry Lyndon, Leon the Professional, The Godfather, Hachi, that cute dog movie. That movie was sad. Hereditary sadly lacks in that department that it doesn't really have a cute dog, but it's still a damn great movie. Speaking of greatness, make sure you subscribe and share this video for more great content that also kind of sucks. I think it is made pretty clear in the film that from the beginning, the family and Toni Collette's fantastic performance will come to a gruesomely disturbing ending. This is most noticeable when Charlie does her tongue noise thing. It's kind of hard to explain, but we've all done it. Arturo Zurita from the ATZ show brought up that this may be a symbol representing Paymon's camel, that we see a drawing of previously in the film. The is the devil's camel's footsteps as it gets closer to the family. That and the various cult symbols that are placed in the most important places in the story, to me make it pretty definitive that the family was doomed from the beginning. That and the movie's name is Hereditary, so it pretty much makes it obvious. So Ari Aster believes that a lack of choice makes it more tragic. And I completely disagree. One of my problems with this film is it basically just kind of states its position on this fate and destiny thing, but it doesn't really explain why it thinks like that. Ari Aster doesn't attempt to show you why a lack of choice is more tragic. It just tells you. And for me, that's just not as interesting. I do love the idea of thinking what would have happened if the character from a movie made that other choice. How would have the story played out differently? What if Batman killed the Joker? If Marlin gave up on finding Nemo and Hachi didn't come to the train station? Me imagining another possible outcome makes it more tragic because I can see that the characters were so close from not falling into such a terrible fate, or even see how close they were to falling into a tragic state if it's not a tragedy. And also there is the argument that someone is inevitably going to bring up in the comments that none of us actually have any choice or freedom, and everything that we do is already being conceived in a destiny of sorts. This argument is basically what I like to call the Matrix Revolution's perspective on freedom. If you have not seen the second Matrix movie, it is pretty good. It's pretty underrated in my opinion at least. But it basically argues that we've already made our choices, we just don't understand them yet. Our environmental surrounding may be shaping every choice ever, and maybe there is no freedom. Maybe freedom is overrated anyways. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Originally, this video was going to be completely different, and somehow I found it so hard to view this movie from a broader viewpoint. So I grabbed my favorite element of it and my criticism of it and kind of made a video around that. I hope you enjoyed the video, as I said before. What did you think? I'm really curious on hearing what you guys actually think, because this is one of those topics that everybody has a very different viewpoint. It's something that people have been discussing for thousands of years in terms of philosophy, and I'm just gonna shut up now.